Shape is a project that was conceived by I think we need to attribute it to one of the people on the call today, Yael Vodovots from Ohio State University, who has now several years ago um, started pushing a number of us to come together to work together with Michigan State University resource recycling systems, and eventually the Michigan State University Foundation, Research Foundation, which is a separate entity from Michigan State, although they're co-located in East Lansing, and they represented today here by Brad Fingland, who's the Shape CEO. With these partners came together to try to take on a really significant problem in the ecosystem here, which is our packaging is an important part of the economy in Michigan and Ohio, yet it gets relatively little attention from a sustainability perspective. But at the same time, we have really fabulous resources. We have the Ohio State University, a very well-established and well-known research entity that people like Yael spend a lot of time doing basic science and applied engineering work to develop new approaches for packaging. Michigan State University School of Packaging, which is many of you know is the preeminent worldwide packaging school, and they're a wonderful partner. And then our firm, Resource Recycling Systems, which is the founder and holder of the trademark NextCycle sustainability accelerator that works and focuses on the circular economy. And we're based in Michigan as well, so we're all part of the region. And so, we came together in this region, the region of service, primarily Southern Michigan and Northwestern Ohio. But the truth of the matter is, we want to get as many good ideas as we possibly can. And as a consequence, we want to be able to take good ideas in packaging that makes use of recovered material, becomes recovered material eventually, or provides the technology for those innovative approaches. And what I want people to understand is that we have a very flexible definition of what can be covered by this accelerator. It's non-dilutive, and it's something that we've done now dozens of times for RRS, with RRS in Colorado, Washington State, Michigan, and now bringing this service to Ohio. Obviously, packaging is really important to the economy. Without it, the underlying products would be damaged, but at the same time, it brings with it problems. We want to be in a position to help fund inventions in the sustainable packaging space. And we want to also be in a position to repurpose waste streams. So bringing those things together, we sort of feel like will enable us to have an ecosystem, if you will, of circular economy and a growing packaging marketplace. When we think about focusing on the sustainable packaging accelerator for Shape, we start with a system approach where we think about a design for circularity. Can we take waste out of a waste stream, off of a field, out of the municipal solid waste stream, whatever creative approaches that entrepreneurs might have or researchers might have, can we then apply smart technology approaches? Certainly AI gets a lot of attention. Things in the nanotechnology, in various biological disciplines, chemical engineering disciplines, all can come together to create smart technology in ways that benefit the overall circularity of the process here. And then a really critical part of this is, what kind of jobs are we going to get out of this? What kind of economic growth are we going to get out of this? We already have significant players, both big and small, throughout both states in the packaging industry. And we want to see that continue to grow and be a regional a regional strength, regional economic driver.
This is designed to be a 6-month program to provide support through strategic guidance and resources for our select teams. And whether you're refining a concept or scaling a project, we're here to help our teams navigate challenges and achieve those tangible resources. So as you can see from the bottom, at first, we will kick off the program with an academy. We call it the academy, which is an in-person workshop to help you further refine project plans, explore funding strategies, and connect with industry peers and experts. And for that part, all of our events, travels and attendance costs associated with events are covered by the program. So no worry about the fees or costs there. Mentorship. So teams will receive pretty tailored advices from our industry professionals on business planning, regional recycling markets, in across Michigan and or Ohio, and as well as supply network connections. That membership in our program is delivered through flexible virtual meetings usually on a monthly basis, or we can do a reduced time for a biweekly, really up to the team and the coaches. And, teams are also expected to kind of show up in these in-person events, including the Academy and Showcase as well. And one-on-one coaching, I have briefly mentioned, that's where we pair all the teams with, suitable coaches that have matching expertise and skill sets in the industry. They're usually the subject matter experts in packaging, engineering, or communications, and or policy to address any project specific needs. And those sessions we really want to tailor to have actionable outcomes, after coaching sessions and help teams to keep track on their project goals during the 6-month period. Investment prep, and that's where, although the NextCycle program itself doesn't provide direct funding, we're here to help you connect with potential investors and help you refine your pitches to help secure grants, investments, or long-term partnerships. Pitch Showcase is where we call it the culminating event where you have worked with your coach for a few months, and now we would love all the team to showcase and tell their stories of their project goals and visions and how much they're asking, for example, from an investor. And some teams are pretty familiar with this concept already, but that's likely going to happen in October. Again, travel cost is going to be included there. And, so teams can focus on delivering a polished pitch. Recognition, visibility, basically, once you have gone through the program, teams gain a lot of exposure through our press releases, social medias, or our enlarged NextCycle network to help amplify your project impacts. We're looking for 8 projects across Michigan, Ohio for the 2025 cohort. Teams will be select teams will participate in the program at no costs, and we're not looking for any equity stake involved in that process. And once teams are selected, people will be expected to commit to attending both in-person events, engaging with the virtual coaching sessions, as well as dedicating the time to independent project development. So type of projects we're looking for, right? Really that innovative technologies or systems in the packaging field, working on recyclable or reusable designs and or, bio-based materials, alternatives, and waste reducing strategies or improvements to packaging efficiency or recyclability throughout the supply chain or value chain. As you can see, the yellow dot indicates today. So we are in our active recruiting period. We opened up the application portal on the February 17th, and applications are due on by the end of this month, or March 31st by 5 p.m. And in the month of April, we'll do internal evaluation, and by end of April, teams will likely know who, if they're selected or not. May, we will do team onboarding. So end of May or early June, that's when the Accelerator Academy will be held. And that's currently planned to be in Ohio, but further detail will be shared with all teams as we finalize. After 5 or 6 months of coaching, October, we can expect the pitch showcase somewhere in Michigan. And after the showcase, that's when we'll work with all the teams to do the offboarding paperwork. So applications, again, are can be submitted through the online submission portal, and they're due by 5 p.m. on March 31st. We really invite you to download the application packet because that we worked on so much and everyone on the team knows how much detail we packed into that packet. It has very thorough details to tell you what kind of metrics the program is looking for. And basically, if you have generic questions, likely you will find answers there. However, we have additional resources that you can connect with us through either scheduling a virtual meeting with our project team and or email to the NextCycle-shape@recycle.com. And we will really look forward to, if anyone wants to set up office hours with us and ask questions, we'll be here to answer those questions for you and help you address any unclarities about the program.